What if I told you that the greatest love story ever written isn't about two perfect people, but about two imperfect souls who took small steps toward each other until their lives transformed forever? Love rarely arrives like lightning. It doesn't always crash into your life with fireworks and violins. Sometimes, love begins with something so small, you almost miss it. A glance that lasts 1 second longer than usual. A shy smile. A simple, "How are you?" that feels warmer than the sun. This is the story of change. Not sudden change, not dramatic change, but the quiet, steady kind, the kind that transforms lives the same way love transforms strangers into soulmates. I once heard someone say that big dreams require big actions. But love taught me otherwise. Love whispered that the smallest steps often carry the greatest power. Just like in a love story, no one falls in love in a single moment. It's the tiny things that build the bridge between two hearts, the daily messages, the shared laughs, the silent support, the patience during storms. Imagine two people standing miles apart. If each takes one small step toward the other every day, eventually they meet. Life works the same way. Transformation is not a leap. It's a series of steps so small they feel insignificant, until one day you look back and realize you crossed an ocean. In love, a small apology can heal a deep wound. A small compliment can light up someone's darkest day. A small act of kindness can rewrite someone's entire story. And if small steps can transform hearts, they can transform lives. Think about the strongest relationships you've ever seen. They weren't built overnight. They were built moment by moment. Choice by choice. Effort by effort. That's the secret most people miss. They wait for a grand miracle, while life is waiting for them to take one tiny step. Love never demands perfection. It only asks for progress. It doesn't ask you to run. It asks you to move. Even if it's just an inch. So if your dreams feel far away, if your goals feel impossible, if your life feels stuck, remember this: every love story that lasts began with one small step. One brave moment. One simple decision. And maybe your transformation is waiting for that same thing. Not a giant leap. Just one small step forward. Love does not arrive fully grown, like a tree planted overnight. It begins like a seed hidden beneath the soil, invisible to the world, yet alive with quiet promise. In the same way, change does not burst into life with thunder and fireworks. It begins softly, almost silently, through small consistent actions that seem too simple to matter. Just as two strangers become lovers through repeated moments of kindness, transformation unfolds through repeated choices that gently reshape a life. Think of how love grows between two hearts. It starts with a greeting, then a conversation, then a shared laugh, then a memory, then trust. None of these moments feel grand on their own. A single message does not create love. A single smile does not build devotion. A single gesture does not form a bond. Yet when these tiny moments repeat day after day, they weave a connection stronger than steel. The power was never in one action. The power was always in consistency. Life changes the same way love does. One early morning wake-up does not change your future. One healthy meal does not transform your body. One day of discipline does not rewrite your destiny. But when these small acts become daily rituals, they begin to carry a quiet magic. They accumulate, they stack, they compound, and slowly, almost mysteriously, they reshape who you are becoming. Consistency is the language both love and growth understand. Love does not ask, "Did you do something big for me once?" Love asks, "Are you still here for me today?" Change does not ask, "Did you try hard one time?" Change asks, "Will you show up again tomorrow?" The beauty lies in repetition, in devotion, in the gentle promise of showing up again and again, even when the effort feels unnoticed. Just as a lover falls deeper through repeated care, a person evolves through repeated effort. Each small action is like a heartbeat. Alone, it seems insignificant. But together, those heartbeats create life. Each step forward, no matter how small, whispers to the universe that you are serious about becoming someone new. Each tiny effort is a love letter you write to your future self, sealed not with perfection but with persistence. Love is rarely shaken awake by grand gestures, it is usually stirred by the smallest touches that slip quietly into the heart. It is the gentle good morning message sent before sunrise, the way someone remembers your favorite song, the pause in their voice when they say your name like it matters more than any other word. These moments appear small to the outside world, almost invisible, yet inside the heart they echo like thunder. The truth is that emotions are not always moved by magnitude, they are moved by meaning, and meaning often hides inside the tiniest acts. Consider how a single soft reassurance can calm a storm of doubt, how one sincere compliment can dissolve years of insecurity, How a brief glance filled with affection can say more than pages of poetry. Love does not measure effort in size, it measures it in sincerity. A diamond ring may sparkle, but a hand held during a hard moment shines brighter. A dramatic promise may sound beautiful, but a quiet act of loyalty feels eternal. The smallest efforts carry a strange and beautiful power because they are often unexpected, and what is unexpected reaches the heart before the mind has time to guard itself. Life follows this same gentle law. Tiny efforts shape emotions, and emotions shape destinies. A few minutes of practice can awaken confidence. One page read can spark curiosity. One kind word spoken can change the direction of someone's entire day. These small acts may seem like whispers, yet whispers can travel farther than shouts when they are spoken from truth. They slip past resistance, past fear, past doubt, and settle softly into the soul, where real change begins to bloom. People often wait for the perfect moment to do something big, believing greatness must arrive loudly, but the heart knows a different story. The heart remembers the little things. It remembers who stayed, who listened, who noticed, who cared. In love and in life, it is never the size of the action that leaves a mark, it is the feeling carried within it. A tiny effort wrapped in genuine intention can move someone more deeply than the grandest display performed without feeling, and it is these delicate, sincere gestures that quietly carve lasting impressions across the landscape of a life. Love has never asked anyone to be perfect. It has never stood at the door of the heart with a checklist, demanding flawless words, flawless actions, flawless timing. Instead, love watches for something softer, something more human, something real. It looks for effort, it listens for sincerity, it feels for movement, because love understands that perfection is stillness, but progress is life. A perfect statue may be beautiful, but it cannot hold you. A beating heart, even if imperfect, can. In every love story worth remembering, there are stumbles. There are awkward pauses, misunderstood sentences, late replies, and moments when emotions tangle like threads. Yet those small imperfections never destroy true love. What keeps love alive is the willingness to try again, to speak again, to reach again. A person who returns after a mistake, who learns after a misunderstanding, who grows after a flaw, becomes more precious than someone who never falters at all. Because progress shows devotion. Progress shows courage. Progress shows that the heart is not afraid to evolve. Life mirrors this same rhythm. People often delay their dreams because they believe they must begin perfectly. They wait for the ideal time, the ideal mood, the ideal plan, the ideal version of themselves. But perfection is a horizon that keeps moving farther away the closer you walk toward it. Progress, on the other hand, is a path beneath your feet. It is available now, in this moment, in this breath, in this step. One imperfect action taken today carries more power than a flawless plan imagined forever. Think of two lovers learning to dance together. At first, they step on each other's feet. They miss the rhythm, they laugh from embarrassment, but they keep moving, keep trying, keep adjusting. Slowly, their steps begin to match. Their timing begins to align. Their movements become graceful not because they were perfect from the start, but because they refused to stop. Their beauty was born from progress, not perfection. The same magic exists within every human life. Each small improvement is like a note added to a melody still being composed. Each lesson learned is like a new color brushed onto a painting still drying. Imperfections do not ruin the masterpiece, they shape it, guide it, and give it depth. Progress is the gentle proof that a person is still writing their story, still walking forward, still choosing growth over fear, still choosing movement over stillness. Love moves at a rhythm the world often forgets how to hear. It does not rush like a storm or demand like a clock. It breathes slowly, steadily, like a heart that knows its purpose is not speed but life. In the beginning of a love story, everything feels urgent, the excitement, the anticipation, the longing to be closer, to know more, to feel more. Yet the love that truly lasts is never the love that hurries. It is the love that waits, the love that listens, the love that understands that the most beautiful connections unfold in their own time, like flowers opening gently to the morning sun. Patience is what allows two souls to learn each other without fear. It gives space for mistakes to soften, for misunderstandings to clear, for trust to grow roots deep enough to hold through storms. Without patience, love becomes fragile, easily shaken by small winds. With patience, love becomes steady, able to stand through seasons of silence, distance, and change. A patient heart does not panic when things move slowly. It knows that what grows slowly often grows strong. Transformation follows the same quiet rhythm. Change is not a race, it is a journey walked step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment. The person who demands instant results often abandons the path too soon, mistaking slow progress for failure. But the one who walks patiently understands that real change is happening beneath the surface long before it becomes visible. Just as roots grow underground before a tree rises above the soil, transformation strengthens within before it shows without. Think of a lover waiting for a message that has not yet arrived. The waiting can feel long, almost endless, yet it is in that waiting that emotions deepen, that longing matures, that appreciation grows. Patience stretches the heart, making it capable of holding more feeling, more understanding, more devotion. In the same way, patience stretches the soul during change, making it capable of holding more strength, more wisdom, more resilience. Every lasting love story is written slowly, line by line, moment by moment, heartbeat by heartbeat. And every lasting transformation is formed the same way, through quiet persistence, gentle faith, and the willingness to trust time as a partner rather than an enemy, to move with it instead of against it, to breathe with it instead of racing ahead of it. Every love story has a moment so small it almost goes unnoticed, yet it changes everything that follows. It might be the second someone decides to say hello instead of staying silent, the instant a message is sent instead of deleted, the brief spark of courage that chooses connection over fear. That tiny decision, delicate as a heartbeat, can become the first line of a story that stretches across years. Love often begins not with a grand confession, but with a single step forward taken when hesitation whispers to stay still. Life holds the same quiet magic. Futures are not rewritten in giant leaps, they are rewritten in small, brave movements made in ordinary moments. One choice to try, one choice to begin, one choice to believe that even the smallest action matters. These choices may look insignificant at first, like drops of rain falling into a vast ocean, yet each drop changes the water. Each step taken today reshapes the path beneath your feet, guiding you somewhere new before you even realize you have changed direction. Imagine two strangers whose lives are meant to intertwine. If neither takes a step, their worlds remain separate forever. But if just one of them gathers the courage to move an inch closer, the distance shifts. The story shifts. Destiny shifts. That single step opens the door for another, and another, until what once felt impossible becomes inevitable. The beauty lies not in the distance covered, but in the willingness to begin. So many people wait for the perfect tomorrow to start living, loving, growing, becoming. They believe their story will change when the moment is bigger, clearer, safer. Yet stories never change in the future, they change in the present. The page turns only when a hand moves. The road appears only when a foot steps forward. Even the grandest romance in history once depended on one tiny act of courage that could have easily been avoided. A small step today is not just an action, it is a promise whispered to the future. It tells tomorrow that you are coming. It tells your dreams that you have not forgotten them. It tells your life that you are ready for it to unfold differently than it did yesterday. And sometimes, that single quiet step is all it takes for an entirely new chapter to begin writing itself across the pages of your destiny.